another great guest here. I just hate that we are not recording like
This
all the
before
time.
discussions,
All the time. So, hi, Igor from Emlid. Igor
Hi,
Vereninov.
Igor.
Please just plug yourself. Tell us what is Emlid, what is your position, what you're doing here, and how you like our podcast. And
Well, first of all, I have to say I love this podcast.
Thank you.
Check out the logos over there.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I'm Igor. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Emlid. At Emlid, we make professional GNSS with consumer level ease of use. And here at Intergeo, we are announcing a line of 3 new products, kind of top of the line performance, something you would expect from the like highest spec receiver, but that just works with an app on your iPhone. And
is this one of them?
Yeah. This is like this is the top spec model with dual cameras for visual measurements. And our goal with all these products is we want to empower more people to use GNSS. We think that it was like too expensive, too complicated, and ultimately was just reserved for surveyors. And we just want to see broader adoption of that.
Do you think it's fair to other companies that you are doing this much smaller and much easier to use gadgets?
Well, we're not about fairness, so...
I would just jump there. Sorry for taking words, but you mentioned it already, but this is exactly the thing. I'm also a user of Emlid. So for us, it was when I think it was 10 years back when I was looking at the devices at Intergeo as well, and you were there as well. And that was for me like, hey, why this can be like so cheap compared to like all the others? Looking great. I'm a designer, so for me, like visuals are important and still working perfectly. And we are not surveying; we are doing reality capturing. So, like maybe we don't need, I would say, like in that case, like that high accuracy. So I was just like, but that looks like a great fit for us. And then you figure out that actually it is great and it has a great accuracy. So I just give you a word back. I would just wanted to say like a great product.
I don't have a bigger one in my company because I'm using also the GNSS from Leica, but I have the small one, the Reach, I think it's called.
The RX.
Yeah. And when I'm in the field with it, I almost feel like a scammer because it's so small that it doesn't actually look like a professional gadget, right? But once I tried it, it's in a fixed position. It's really good and accurate. So
and we are also introducing new RX with tilt compensation. So I think that's going to be a hit for countries where you have developed correction networks, and it's so easy to use. I mean, look, we're really trying to change the game here. Another memory, we're sharing here some stories from Intergeo, and we were doing it before the podcast. There's maybe some stuff we shouldn't say on on record, right? Like, I had one of the companies come and say like, look, what are you doing with this? Like, you're destroying the industry. Do you understand this? Like, you'll grow up and you'll understand it. And I'm like, come on, man, we're not destroying anything. We're just bringing good products for good people, you know? Not everybody is a surveyor. Not everybody can invest the equivalent of a new car in a GNSS gear and then study it for, go for paid courses for 2 weeks to understand how to navigate the menus. Like, people just want stuff that works, Maybe it's not their main job using GNSS. Like, you do reality capture, you're more focused on data management and scanning, and then you just need a few like control points. Just grab one of our devices, an iPhone, and then, I mean, what is the percentage in terms of the time spent that you work with GNSS compared to like how much time you spend with the drone, with your SLAM scanner, with your TL? Like, you do the majority work elsewhere. So why would you spend so much money, so much time learning how to use a tool you're going to use 10% of the time? And I guess that's just the reality of it. Like, we really want, customers that use this all the time, but the reality is like, it's another tool in the toolbox. So like, it should be just intuitive and accessible.
This tool is not something you want to spend a lot of thinking and exploring and learning time about, right? You just need a tool that you just place. It works ideally with your phone, not some additional gadgets that you need to wear with yourself. So I get that point, and I also get your point about trying to be disruptive on the market and meeting a lot of haters with that. Since like I'm doing this thing on LinkedIn with marketing collaborations, doing video content, and I already had some messages like, "You're not being professional in our field." I'm not. I'm trying to do something new, something that is entertaining, and something that actually brings attention to our industry and to cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
But look, I think we work in quite a conservative reason and quite a conservative industry, and that's for a good reason. I mean, these people, they have, actually are responsible for the result of their job. So I understand why people are like are sensitive about these things. Like, but at the same time, somebody needs to also bring a bit of chaos and push things forward, so we can all evolve as an industry, I think. So like, I think it's good we have this tension between people that want to keep things as they were and like just maintain professionalism, but also we have people that maybe want to disrupt things a little bit.
The problem is that traditional surveyors often feel like they are doing like a rocket science, and they're always selling this to their clients as a rocket science. And when you come with the gadget that almost everything does by itself and it's very easy, and even non-surveyors can use it actually in the field with the, of course, proper learning curve, then you are hitting the bad spot of the surveyors, right?
I think let me disagree with you here, because
feel free.
I think that we can think in the same way now about lawyers. Like, we can all go on ChatGPT and get like an analysis of a contract, getting like, it can write a whole position for us, a complaint, whatever. It can do that for us, but do you still want a lawyer in the loop as somebody who is not writing the contracts anymore, but somebody who can actually verify that and then bear the responsibility and explain things to you? So I think there is still, the role of surveyor is evolving. It's still a really important one. We need these people with expertise that really understand things and how they work. But the power of these new tools, like what we are doing here, why we want to make it easier, because we actually want to make it easier for surveyors to delegate part of their work. Like, look, like these people with expertise, like highly paid lawyers, they should not be spending their time doing setouts in the field. Like, you have 300 points, you have to go and set them out. Like, you should feel confident that you have a piece of gear you can give to somebody with a lower level of experience than what you have, but you'll still have control. You'll be able to see, okay, what are they doing in the field? You're confident they will be able to figure it out. They will not call you back to like, oh man, where is that menu? I don't know, understand. I cannot get no fix, Like, and that's the power of these new tools. We can, like, the surveyor is really the expert, and we give them more gadgets so that they can delegate more and they can be more productive, bring more value to their customers. So I'm really pro-surveyor here.
My remark wasn't meant to diminish surveyors in terms of you can be replaced with anybody. That's not true. What I was aiming for was exactly what you're saying. Like, there is a ton of work on a construction side or wherever where you don't necessarily need to call surveyor every time, because you can collect data instead of them, and they can verify it, and they can prove them that they are right and just correct them. So that's what I meant.
And we have a shortage of surveyors in the industry, and I think the more we do to, again, like, give them more tools so they can be more productive and they feel like they can trust more people to do the job. Because, like, I think the traditional equipment we had in the industry, it was just developed for those guys that make their living, that spend most of the time working on it. They're real experts in how to use it. And then when you give it into the hands of a foreman, it's not going to work. Like, it's not built for them. And we're trying to change that. So, I mean, we want to go from, having one receiver and surveyor walks with this receiver and everybody waits for him, to a model where, okay, surveyor is in the office looking at the cloud dashboard, and there are like 10 people in the field doing layout for whatever they need when they need it. But the surveyor sees who's doing what, when, where, can prepare the project for them, make sure they don't mess up with coordinate systems, localization. So, and that's where a lot of, actually, we're showing hardware products here, but I think the real power is the software platforms to give that control to the surveyor.
Speaking about hardware products, you brought us here your newest piece, the RS4. For those who doesn't know, like, tell us like the newest features, because you brought there some hardware updates as well, and it's pretty interesting to hear about it.
Yeah, so I think the listeners, the viewers
and listeners,
the listeners and viewers might know us for RS2s, RS3s, like the GNSS receivers from Emlid. We have, quite a few tens of thousands of those in the field. So, and we kind of, we learned so much throughout the years, like how people use them, what are the pain points. And we wanted to build a completely new generation where everything, like all those learnings are put into engineering and design of this new RS4s. So this offers a completely new level of GNSS performance. What does it actually mean? Well, on the technical level, it means that we can receive more satellite signals at the same time. There's a completely new antenna, so kind of the signal is going to be cleaner and better. And in practical terms, it means that you can just go to areas, be more confident working closer to buildings, under trees. So it just expands your the envelope of of conditions where you can be confident with the GNSS. And I think that's actually supporting a general trend that the total station is getting less and less use in the field, and we're doing more of scanning or with more work with GNSS. And I mean, that's also where the new camera system comes in, right? So the main idea of that is like, okay, I have those 3 points that I cannot reach with my GPS with the pole. I really don't want to set up the total station right now. It's the end of the day.
I don't feel like it.
Because it's just gonna take so much time. It's gonna be a pain, right? So, and this camera, the frontal camera here, it allows you to take a short video and then just click on a picture and it gives you a position. So we do all the photogrammetric processing on your mobile phone, and then you can select points like anything you can see pretty much.
So is this the part of your application which is currently on the market?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's so our receivers work with a mobile app called Emlid Flow.
Yeah.
And so there you manage your projects. You can do staking from DXFs and measuring points, but also we can now do photogrammetry processing there using pictures from this device, and we can also show you augmented reality, like all your points in augmented reality, which is going to be great for, again, for solving that problem that like, okay, you're going to give the receiver to someone, and can they really immediately start using it? And that's where this camera comes in, because like it just shows you a video, like, okay, the point you're trying to stake out, it's that corner, and you see it visually. You don't have to orient on the map or figure out, okay, where is the arrow pointing to.
It's definitely great. Like when we have more people on field and everybody's doing something, and then the other person is processing it, you need to keep the pipeline of like the best, like finding the points, because sometimes someone doesn't mark it properly or something, and then it's harder to find. So I really like the feature. Yeah, cool.
It's really visual.
I wanted to ask because both main feature like this AR staking and measuring without actually touching the point, these both are thanks to this new dual camera, if I understand right. Yeah. So I understand the feature of AR stakeouts, because you just see on your phone like some signature or navigation to your next point that you are going to stake out. You don't need it to be precise for 1 millimeter, because it's only enough to take you closer to the point and show you like you should measure this point. Okay, so when you come very close, then it's very accurate.
Yes,
of course,
exactly.
That I understand. How confident the end user can be with the photogrammetry solution you are mentioning, like when you are actually measuring the point that you are not touching.
Yeah.
This might be the headache for surveyors. Like,
so
how can they trust this?
Well, I think in general, we as an industry learned to trust photogrammetry, like thanks to drones, right? So I still remember the times, 10 years ago, we were like, oh, it's not possible. You need a stereo screen to actually make accurate photogrammetry. This kind of bundle, it's not going to work. Like, I still remember those times when there was huge mistrust to like Pixfooty or Metashape. Like, it's not possible, like what they're doing. So, but I think we were way past that. So in general, people trust photogrammetry as a technology. So it's not going to be as accurate as just measuring a point, which is GNSS. It's definitely not going to be as accurate as a total station for sure. So it's kind of a feature to save your day, to save you that total station setup. That's how we see it. Maybe keep you out of harm's way. So the accuracy is going to really depend. I think we can do sub 5 centimeters. It's going to be like somewhere 2 to 5 centimeters on average.
So
we're getting really good results.
It will suffer the same problems as a photogrammetry has. Like
if you try to, I don't know, try to take pictures of a mirror or and we're trying to actually, we built quite a smart UI, so we won't let you pick points that are on surface that are too reflective or which has no distinct features. But then if we think about it, it's very rare that you need to measure a point that is in the middle of a white wall, right? Usually it's corners, it's something very that is really good as a feature for photogrammetry. So it's just so convenient. Usually you want to get something that is a distinct feature.
So in this UX UI, you actually will get like offered the recognized points that can be measured, or
Yeah, so the way this works, you kind of walk around the object, you take a short video, maybe 10, 20 seconds, and then we break that down into multiple pictures. So we select like the best possible view angles. Then you can, just like on your iPhone gallery, you pick any picture, and there you can zoom in and pick any point. So from there,
so it doesn't need to be recognized. You can pick whichever you want.
Yeah,
okay.
you can pick whichever you want. But we'll prevent you from picking in certain areas that we know won't work well. So like in the middle of a white wall is a good example, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you pick a point, we'll automatically detect it on other views. And then what you can do, you can just scroll and see if, first of all, if you picked the right one, because the angle might be...
Confirm or decline the points.
You can confirm. And then we can do triangulation from multiple points. And we have RTK positions for everything. We have IMU calibrated to camera, which also has really good orientation parameters. And then we have global shutter cameras. So all of it together, and we have huge data redundancy because it's a video. So I don't know, you'll be determining a point from 20, 30 pictures at the same time. So, and we'll show you in the end kind of quality estimate for that point.
What's the resolution of the camera? Or maybe better for viewers and listeners, like what is the accepted distance from the point you want to measure?
Yeah, I wouldn't go further than maybe 10 meters or so. Like you can still go further, but I think that's kind of the practical 10 to 20 meters, maybe max range of the system. So we really wanted to go for a global shutter camera so that there is no blur. So the sensor is 2.5 megapixels, so it's not a huge one. It's full HD, but like, yeah, it's not your iPhone exactly. And while that gives us this ability to avoid any rolling shutter issues, but I don't think we'll go into that right now. But that just makes measuring so much easier.
But you know, like, because you are mentioning photogrammetry, for me, like the photogrammetry is my world.
Okay.
And we are using your devices as well. And when you are speaking about it, then I immediately get in mind, like, okay, you are placing the points already in the images, kind of in photogrammetry. And when I get then measured points in photogrammetry software, I still have to pick the points and position them properly. So do you see there a chance like for a direct integration into other softwares where I could like take your photogrammetry data because they are already selected on the images, which I could integrate into photogrammetry software, any of them, and then automatically it would like detect me the point?
I'm not sure if I do you mean like taking georeference pictures from the device and then processing them, say in Bixby, and then like having a point cloud or something like that?
Yeah, that doesn't have to be separately, but also you have another set of images captured, for example, for Pix4D or for other softwares, and you would just integrate your images into them. So not about the quality, but about bringing the images. So it would be like...
So you kind of already know which points you actually wanted, and then you can improve that. Oh, that sounds actually cool.
So for example, in reality capture, you can, when you import your images, you can actually get already set of control points.
Yes.
And then you need just to pick the right points on the actual datasets.
Yeah.
Right? So you already have all the coordinates, all the control points set.
Because automatically you import in the software the set of the ground control points. That means you are getting the list of control points, you see them on the map. But to get them to your 3D model, you need to link them with images. So that means you are picking the images from like photogrammetry set and placing the points correctly for the 3D space. And like if this would bring directly assigned points in images, it could be within one process. So
yeah, or even like if we can make kind of April tags.
Yeah.
And then we can, like maybe you even measure it with a pole, but then it detects the April tag and writes that into like metadata for the position, and then you just take that into Matic and say...
April tag is... These are something that is already implemented in Reality Scan, for example, and it's another friction point, so I'm not sure whether this would be like...
Because you can just paint them on the wall, for example.
Exactly, but that thing would work immediately. But I liked what you said, like you pick any point on your device, on the app, and then you bring this point. So, okay, we can keep the discussion for later, but I have here some ideas.
Got some creative ideas flowing.
I see it already.
How do you like it so far here at Intergeo?
Look, first of all, so many familiar faces. It's so cool. It's like a big party, right? And it's actually going to be a big party tonight.
Yeah.
I hope you're coming for beers.
Of course. We like beer.
Okay. Such a relief. I wasn't sure when I was offering it.
You were mentioning that people are lining up to meet you and talk to you, even though you have multiple sales people in your booth. How do you see the difference? Why people want to talk to you directly and they're lining up for you?
I think everyone is excited about the new products. We just want to see it and touch it. Like we try to put out a lot of stuff on social media on Monday, make a big splash, and now we hear people coming and they are like, "Oh, I saw this on LinkedIn." You know, I want to see it. That's actually the interesting part about this show now. That I'm really glad that we are all making more content and more people can experience what it's like to be here. What are the new things? Feel the buzz, because it wasn't the case. I know 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. There was maybe one YouTube review of the whole thing, but there was nothing interactive, and I'm really glad we're doing this as an industry.
I'm definitely seeing the path of connecting this physical presence at not only Intergeo but generally in Expo, and doing it interactively with on the internet, broadcasting a lot online, and just to be able to bring the whole world to one spot, right?
Yeah, so. Absolutely. I think that's great. Especially this is basically our biggest show. I mean, depending which industry we think we are, but this is our biggest show in the world, and not everyone can come here and it's.
We were just discussing this yesterday that we know most of Europeans within our industry know that this is the biggest show, right? But when you're speaking to Americans, for example, most of them have no idea.
Know.
They're asking us what Intergeo? I don't know. Is it something like GeoWeek? Yes, but probably much bigger.
Yeah.
No offense to GeoWeek. We love you guys. It's just.
But it's good that we have GeoWeek now, and it's growing as well, because there's equivalent shown.
Yes.
And yeah, for a long time there was nothing. There were only local shows, right?
Yeah.
Which year it is for you here at Intergeo?
So for me personally, maybe 12th.
12th.
So I know, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, been around quite a while. So the drone hype and.
I was just mentioning this. Yeah. My first Intergeo was 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I came home with this idea. Okay, is Intergeo only about drones? I haven't seen anything else. Almost none of laser scanners.
No.
And only drones.
Yeah, it was drones and photogrammetry.
Yeah.
For good 5 years or so.
But actually, I purchased Emlid because of the visit of Intergeo. So
really?
10 years back or something. It works.
The investment pays off.
ROI just went through.
No, but it's great because if you have no idea, you need to touch the devices. You need to trust it.
And it's sorry, but especially with the size and ease of use.
Yeah.
It's totally different experience when you actually see physically and try it in the Expo compared to when you see commercial or whatever.
And you can
also
talk to people behind it and see how it works. Look, I have a story. I saw a customer yesterday, and he came and said, "Look, a couple of years ago you had this giveaway, and we do a giveaway every year on our booth. People can sign up and then win one of our receivers." And he said, "Look, I won an RS3. I took it back to my company. I liked it so much. Now we have 9 of them."
Nice.
I was like, "Oh wow, that's a great return on my."
And I thought I will impress you with my one.
No, I hate the old one. I should somehow get new ones.
We'll speak about it later.
It's really cool piece of the hardware. So, and the software as well, because you mentioned that it's connected one to each other.
So you guys are in promotion and marketing. I have to ask you this question. There is something I feel like we're struggling with communicating. People that spend some time with our product, they're really oh, the interface is so nice, or in the design, and they know, okay, you thought about that little thing and that little thing. But I have no idea how to actually show that to people online, because anyone can hear, "Oh, we're easy to use," but it means nothing. Everyone says they're easy to use, but how to convey this feeling of thing being really thought through. Do you understand that? Because I feel like this is how we are trying to differentiate. But here on the show, so many companies look this, and I don't know how to do it. What do you think?
From my point of view, you have there something what is huge benefit, but on the other side, it's a negative thing, and that's the look of it, functionality, and the price.
Yeah.
And in total, for me, it's such a good package that it's hard to believe in certain point, and you need to touch it.
Too good to be true.
Too good to be true in that case. So yeah, it's hard to say exactly what could be the key of that solution, but I would say like more, maybe more feedbacks or more data shared with, or partnerships with the companies like which are using your devices, that you can see more and more data and more people on field.
I can give you a tip. I can see this with mostly with SLAM companies now. They are sending out their demo devices to content creators. It doesn't necessarily be as big as I am on LinkedIn, for example.
Yeah.
Those are multiple people that have like tens of thousands of followers, still within the industry, still doing the reality capture. So you can find tens of people that are worth sending this device to them and just asking them like, do a video with us, like use it in the field. And I also think that since we are talking about the easy of use, you didn't like when we were talking like it's diminishing surveyors. But
not at all. Yeah.
But you should still think about many reality capturing company which are not necessarily surveyors.
Yeah.
Most of them are not, because surveys are very traditional. In laser scanning, is for most of them it's like a rocket science, and then they don't trust it because they trust their old POL and all workflows, right? So I think this is the part where you should pay more attention to all those service providers of reality capturing, and just try to reach out to them and to communicate your device on socials.
We'll try to do that.
Thank you.
With your help.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, it was great to talk to you.
Yeah, no worries. I forgot to show you my favorite feature.
Do it.
Oh, do it.
Do it.
You know what it is?
No, we have definitely not seen it before.
Yeah.
Do it, please.
No, I was just like telling before the show that like people comment, like I tell them about all the new stuff, and it's like you can see people are already overwhelmed with technology. Like, okay, it works, many satellite system, everything, it works great. And then I show them the new quick release, and then I see I see smiles on their faces, and it's just so exciting because I don't know if we can see this now on camera, but like traditionally you would screw on the receiver, and then you just click here, and then you remove the receiver, and then you can click that back in, and the sound is very satisfying.
That's the selling point.
Okay, one last time. Some ASMR for you.
You just lost me as a client, because I have this OCD way. I have to like check the log like 20 times. Okay, so this will give me so much heartache. No, but it looks really good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Bye.